Hey everyone, I am Infinity with Reality Skewed Gamers coming at you with another video on the Darth Malak rework. Now you may be asking yourself, Darth Malak rework? He just came out. He was here 2 days ago. His event just finished. They just spent all of this time promoting him. They made all these cool videos about him. And what do we get? We get a rework 2 days after he is done with his event. People are starting to gear him up. And now there's a change. What is this change? What caused this change? Why is this necessary? Well, we're going to go into that here, but let's start out with how this all came about. Even when the event was still going, we got a post by Crumb saying that Malak was not working the way that they wanted. They noticed some interactions that they wanted to change. Now this smells of being unprepared. When you see why they're doing this change, it sounds like they did not do their testing, they did not do their due diligence on trying to make sure that this was a character ready to be released. So what are they trying to change? What are the final changes that are going? Well, we did get the release of what the change is going to be to Darth Malak, and it's a change to his unique. He is going to get an additional Zeta to his unique ability, and it's going to add one aspect that's going to change the way the meta is going to be in Arena. Sith can no longer gain bonus turn meter. That's right, Sith enemies cannot gain bonus turn meter. This is a huge change in what the meta currently is. Now, what has the meta been and what can we expect from it? Well, prior to Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan had constituted one of the most boring metas in the game. It was almost 90%. It was 5-minute matches of trying to get to Jolee. It was awful. But after Darth Revan came out, boom, we finally saw that there was a rock, paper, scissors meta. Now, what was that rock, paper, scissors meta? Well, you can see down below here in our meta report that we've been tracking on our Wednesday night streams that what we finally saw was that Darth Revan, while he was dominant, ended up having some equal footing with Jedi Knight Revan as well as Emperor Palpatine. So we saw that there was finally a rock, paper, scissors. Darth Revan could beat Jedi Knight Revan could beat Emperor Palpatine, and Emperor Palpatine could beat Darth Revan. We had that circle. We had what we were looking for. But CG is changing that. The reason for the turn meter gain is because of Emperor Palpatine. Emperor Palpatine being part of the meta was not something apparently that they intended, which is really kind of sad because Emperor Palpatine and Traya had two of the best Sith leads in the game. And if you're releasing Sith characters, you better make sure that you're testing it with Emperor Palpatine and Traya leads. So why is it that they're changing Malak because of Emperor Palpatine? When we look at Emperor Palpatine's lead, what we see is that his lead is predicated on the turn meter bonus. His whole thing is with his Zeta, he will get you turn meter. Empire and Sith finally have life with Emperor Palpatine. We saw this when the Zeta first came out. It's one of the best leads in the game. And because he was gaining turn meter, and it made it so that the Darth Revan teams were losing too easily to the Emperor Palpatine teams, they are nerfing Emperor Palpatine by boosting Malak to be a specific counter to Emperor Palpatine. It's a sad state that this wasn't tested before and wasn't released with the original game. They're trying to make sure that Malak is being forced into the meta versus letting the meta just go based on the character kit. But it doesn't just affect your Emperor Palpatine teams. Those of you that are running Darth Revan with Sith Assassin as your 5th character are also going to notice the change. Sith Assassin Special makes it so that she will provide all Sith allies turn meter based on the number of buffs that she has. This will be a bonus turn meter effect that Malak will now negate. So for those of you that worked on Sith Assassin as the 5th character for your Darth Revan team, it is gone. You are no longer going to be able to utilize Sith Assassin against those with Darth Malak on the opponent's team. That doesn't mean you can't use it against other Darth Revan teams. There's still going to be plenty of Darth Revan teams that don't have Darth Malak. But for those that do have Darth Malak, Assassin is not going to be useful and may not be a character you want to work on either, because now she's only going to be useful against those without Malak. You've now restricted the use. So what does this mean? Start working on your Sith Trooper. Sith Trooper is going to be your best 5th on that team. Whether or not you have Malak or not, you're going to be using Sith Trooper as the 5th on your team. So it's going to take some preparation, it's going to take some change, but we're seeing that CG is trying to force this Darth Revan meta into the game, and it's a very sad state of affairs. The most disappointing thing in all of this is that this was a change that should have happened before Darth Malak was even released. There was a hurry to release Darth Malak. There was obviously not enough testing because not even Emperor Palpatine lead seems to be tested. It's a sad state of affairs for the game in and of itself. The testing definitely needs to improve. We said it before, and no better example of changing Darth Malak, a character that was released for only 3 days when events are typically a week long. It is a 3-day event with 2 days of notice and a requirement that all of your characters have 17,500 GP. This character, who is going to be listed as one of the most exclusive characters ever released in this game for the first time it's being released, was going to have a change announced 2 days after the character was completed of his event. It's a sad state for Galaxy of Heroes. This is something that needs to change, and we will continue to monitor it. Follow us on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. where we cover all of the news and notes from the previous weeks, and we will monitor this and much more as we're sure to see the meta shift once the Darth Malak changes come into effect. So I am Infinity with Reality Skewed Gamers, signing out.
Dr. Finn, what the hell are we covering today?
Me dancing.
Dance, booty in the pants. Finn's got too much booty in the pants. No, we're not here to do that.
Aw.
Listen, you yub nub on your own damn time. We're here to do videos.